Chapter 4: Ethereum Basics. We will start exploring Ethereum in this chapter, learning how to use wallets, how to build transactions, and also how to run a simple smart contract. Ether currency units. Ethereum's currency unit is referred to as Ether, often referred to as ETH. Ether is segmented into lesser units, down to the smallest unit that can be called Wei. One Ether is 1 Wei quintillion. You can hear people sometimes referring to the currency Ethereum, but this is a common mistake made by novices. Ethereum is a device, the currency is Ether. Within Ethereum, the value of Ether is often internally expressed as an unsigned integer value, denominated within Wei. The transactions encodes Wei as the value when you transact 1 Ether. The different denominations of Ether have both a scientific name that uses the International System of Units, SI, and an informal name that pays respect to many of the great computational and cryptographic minds. Choosing an Ethereum wallet. Many items have come to mean the word wallet, but they are all linked and boiled down to pretty much the same thing every day. We're going to use the word wallet to describe a software application that lets you manage your Ethereum account. In short, the key to the Ethereum network is an Ethereum wallet. It keeps your keys and will be able to build and transmit transactions for you. It can be difficult to select an Ethereum wallet, as there are several different choices with different features and designs. Others are best suited for beginners, and some are more suitable for experts. The Ethereum platform itself is still evolving, and sometimes the best wallets are the ones that respond to the changes that come with updates to the software. But make no worries, you can change wallets very quickly if you pick a wallet and don't like how it works, or if you like it at first but want to try something else later. What you need to do is make a transaction that transfers your money to the new wallet from the old wallet, or export your private keys and import them into the new wallet. Throughout the book, we have chosen 3 different types of wallets to use as examples: a mobile wallet, a desktop wallet, and a web-based wallet. We selected these 3 wallets because they represent a broad range of complexities and features. The selection of such wallets is therefore not an approval of their quality or health. They're simply a good place to launch presentations and experiments. Note that you must have access to your private keys for a wallet application to function. So it is important that you only download and use wallet applications from sources you trust. Thankfully, the more common a wallet application is in general, the more private it would likely be. Nevertheless, avoiding placing all your eggs in one basket and getting your Ethereum account spread through a few wallets is a good practice. Some strong starter wallets are as follows. Metamask. Metamask is a browser extension wallet running in your browser, Chrome, Firefox, Opera, or Brave browser. It is simple to use and useful for analysis as it can be connected to a number of Ethereum nodes and blockchains testing. Metamask is a wallet built on the internet. Jaxx. Jaxx is a multi-platform and multi-currency wallet running on a wide variety of operating systems, including Android, iOS, Windows, macOS, and Linux. This is also a good option for new users, as it is designed for ease of use and usability. Jaxx is either a web wallet or a mobile wallet, depending on where you mount it. My Ether Wallet, MEW, Mew. My Ether Wallet, Mew, is a web-based wallet which runs in any browser. It has some advanced features that we'll be discussing in each of our examples. My Ether Wallet is a wallet running on the web. Emerald Wallet. Emerald Wallet is designed to operate on the Ethereum Classic blockchain, but is compatible with other blockchains based on Ethereum. This is a desktop program that is open source and runs under Windows, macOS, and Linux. Emerald Wallet can run a complete node or link to a remote node from the web, running in a warm mode. It also has a companion device for performing all of the command line operations. We're going to start by installing Metamask on a desktop, but first, we'll address controlling and managing keys for a moment. Control and responsibility. Open blockchains like Ethereum are important because they act as a decentralized network. That means plenty of things, but one important point is that any Ethereum user can and should control their own private keys, the things that govern access to funds and smart contracts. We also call a card or a wallet a mix of access to funds and smart contracts. Such words can become very complicated in their application, and we will go through this in more depth later. Furthermore, it is as simple as a fundamental concept that one private key is equal to one card. Many users prefer to give up control of their private keys by using a third-party custodian, such as an online exchange. In this book, we'll show you how to take care of your own private keys and handle them. One major responsibility comes with power. If you misplace your personal keys, you will lose access to your contracts and assets. Nobody will help you get back access. Your funds will be forever locked. Here are a little guidelines that will help you handle this responsibility. Do not improvise health. Using common methods which are tried and tested. The higher security steps should be taken by the more relevant the account, e.g., the higher the value of the managed funds, or the more meaningful the smart contracts accessible. Highest protection is derived from an air-gapped system, but not every account requires the standard. Never keep your private key in plain form, especially digitally. Thankfully, today, most user interfaces are not even going to let you see the raw private key. The private keys can be stored as a digital key store file in an encrypted form. They need a password to open since they are encrypted. When asked to pick a password, make it strong, i.e., long and random. Back it up and don't share it. If you don't have a password manager, write it down and file it safely in a hidden location. You need both the key store file and the password to access your account. Digital records, digital images, videos, remote drives, encrypted PDFs, etc. do not store any passwords. Do not improvise health again. Using a manager of passwords or pen and paper. Using pen and paper to make a physical copy when asked to make up a key as a mnemonic word sequence. Don't leave the job for later. You'll forget. Such standbys can be used to re-establish your private key if you lose all the data stored on your device, or if you lose your password or forget it. However, attackers may also use them to get your private keys, so never digitally store them and keep the physical copy securely kept in a locked or secure drawer. Until transferring any large amounts, particularly to new addresses, do a small test transaction first, e.g., less than one value, and wait for a receipt confirmation. When creating a new account, start with just sending a small test transaction to the new address. If the test transaction is received, try sending back from that account again. There are several reasons why account formation can go wrong, so it's easier to find out with a small loss if it's gone wrong. If the experiments actually work, then all is perfect. Public block explorers are a simple way to autonomously see if the network has approved a transaction. This convenience, however, has a negative effect on your safety, as you are disclosing your addresses to block explorers that can track you. Getting started with Metamask. Start the Google Chrome browser and go to chrome.google.com/webstore/category/extensions. Search for Metamask and click a fox's logo. Nothing like the results shown in the Metamask Chrome extension overview page should be seen. The Metamask Chrome extension information page. It's important to check that you're installing the correct Metamask extension, because sometimes people will sneak malicious extensions through Google's filters. The true one offered by Metamask.io has more than 1,400 reviews, has more than 1 million users. Click Add to Chrome to install it until you confirm you are looking at the right extension. Build a wallet. Once you have Metamask enabled, you will see a new icon, the head of a fox, in the toolbar of your browser. To get started, click on this. Through entering a password, you will be asked to accept the terms and conditions and then create your new Ethereum wallet. The Metamask Chrome extension's password page. Once you've set a password, Metamask can create a wallet for you and give you a 12 English word mnemonic backup. These terms can be used to recover access to your funds in any compatible wallet should anything happen to a Metamask or your device. With this recovery, you don't need the password. The 12 words will suffice. Tip: back up the mnemonic on paper, 12 words twice. Place the two paper backups in two different secure places, such as a fireproof safe, a locked cabinet, or a safe deposit box. Treat the paper backups of what you hold in your Ethereum wallet as cash for equal value. Anyone who has access to these terms will access your money and steal it. Your wallet's mnemonic backup, created by Metamask. Once you've checked you've stored the mnemonic safely, you will be able to see your Ethereum account information. Your Ethereum account in Metamask. Your account page should show your account name, account 1 by default, an Ethereum address, and a colorful icon to help you visually distinguish this account from other accounts. You can see on top of the account page the Ethereum network you're currently working on. In the example, Key Network. Congratulations, Mr. President. You've set up your first wallet on Ethereum. Switching networks. You can switch between multiple Ethereum networks. As you can see on the Metamask account tab, by default, Metamask must attempt to connect to the principal network. Public testnets, any Ethereum node of your choosing, or nodes running private blockchains on your own device, local host, are other options. Main Ethereum network. The only public blockchain Ethereum, Real ETH, True Meaning, and Real Effects. Ropsten Test Network. Open blockchain and network testing Ethereum. ETH has no interest on this network. Kovan Test Network. Ethereum public test blockchain and network with proof of authority, federating signing, using the Aurora Consensus Protocol. ETH has no interest on this network. The test network Kovan is only funded by Parity. For the proof of authority-based verification, many Ethereum clients use the Clique Consensus Protocol, which was later introduced. RinkBuy Test Network. Ethereum public test blockchain and network use proof of authority, federating signing, of the Clique Consensus Protocol. ETH has no interest on this network. Localhost 8545. Logs to a node running on the same client machine. The node may be part of any main or testnet, public blockchain, or a private testnet. Custom RPC. Lets you connect Metamask to any node with a remote procedure call, RPC, interface that is compatible with Geth. The node can be a part of any blockchain, public or private. Note, your Metamask wallet will use the same private key and Ethereum address on all networks to which you are linked. Your Ethereum address balance will be different on every Ethereum network. However, for example, your keys that control Ether and Ropsten contracts, but not the main network. Getting some test Ether. The first task is to finance the pocket. On the main network, you won't do it, because real Ether costs money, and it takes a little more skill to manage. you'll be loading your wallet with some testnet Ether for now. Switch Metamask to check Network Ropsten. Click the Buy button, then press Check Faucet. Metamask will launch a new web page. Metamask Ropsten Test Faucet. You can find that the Ethereum address of your Metamask wallet already appears on the web page. Metamask combines Ethereum-enabled web pages with your Metamask wallet and can see Ethereum addresses on the web page, allowing you to send a payment, for example, to an online shop displaying an Ethereum address. If the web page demands it, Metamask can also populate the web page with the address of your own wallet as the recipient address. The faucet application on this page asks Metamask for a wallet address to submit test Ether to. Click the Ask One Faucet Ether button in green. In the bottom of the page, you will see a transaction ID appear. A transaction has been made by the Faucet app a charge to you. The transaction ID looks like this. The Ropsten miners will mine to the new transaction in a couple of seconds, and your Metamask wallet will show a balance of 1 ETH. Clicking on the transaction ID will take you to a block explorer, a website that allows you to access and explore files, addresses, and transactions. Metamask uses one of the most common Ethereum block explorers, the Etherscan Block Explorer. Etherscan Ropsten Block Explorer. The transaction was registered on the Ropsten blockchain and can be accessed by anyone at any time, simply by searching for the transaction ID or visiting the page. Try to visit the page or insert the hash transaction into the website of ropsten.etherscan.io to see it for yourself. Sending Ether from Metamask. You can play with sending Ether by attempting to send some back to the faucet once you have got the first test Ether from the Ropsten test faucet. There is an option to donate 1 ETH to the faucet, as you can see on the Ropsten test faucet page. This choice is available to allow you to return the remainder of your test Ether after you've finished studying, so that someone else can use it next. While testing Ether has no value, it is hoarded by some people, making it impossible for anyone else to use the test networks. Check Ether hoarding is frowned upon. Luckily, we are not Ether hoarders. To tell Metamask to make a transaction, paying for the faucet 1 Ether, press the orange 1 Ether button. Metamask prepares a request and a confirmation window pops up. Return 1 Ether to the faucet. Oops, you've already found that you can't complete the transaction. Metamask says you don't have a good enough balance. This could sound confusing at first glance. You have 1 ETH, you want to submit 1 ETH, so why does Metamask claim you don't have enough funds? The response is, in terms of gas prices, each Ethereum transaction involves a fee to be charged to verify the transaction, which is controlled by the miners. Ethereum payments are paid in a virtual currency called gas. As part of the exchange, you pay for the gas through Ether. Note, test networks need fees too. A test network will behave differently from the main network without fees, rendering it an ineffective testing platform. Fees also protects test networks from DOS attacks and badly designed contracts, e.g. infinite loops, just as they protect the main network. Once you submitted the transaction, Metamask estimated at 3 GWE, which stands for gigawatt, the average gas price for recent active transactions. As we discussed in Ether currency units, WEI is the smallest class of the Ether currency. The gas cap is set at the sending expense of a simple transaction, which is 21,000 units of gas. The maximum amount of ETH you are going to pay is therefore 3 times 21,000 GWE. Be warned that average gas prices can vary, since they are primarily decided by miners. Let's get some more Ether for check. Tap again on the green Ask One Faucet Ether button and wait a couple of seconds. Don't worry, if you ask, the faucet will have a lot of Ether and will give you more. You should try again once you have 2 ETH balance. This time, you have ample balance to complete the transaction by pressing the orange 1 Ether donate button. Click Send when the payment window shows up on Metamask. You will see a balance of 0.9 ETH after all of this, as you sent 1 ETH in gas to the faucet with a 0.000063 ETH. Exploring the transaction history of an address. By now, you've become an expert in sending and receiving test Ether using Metamask. At least 2 payments were received by your wallet, and at least 1 sent. All of these transactions can be viewed using the block explorer ropsten.etherscan.io. You can either copy and paste your wallet address into the search box for the block explorer, or have Metamask open the page for you. You can see a button showing 3 dots next to your account icon in Metamask. To view a menu of account-related options, click on it. Metamask Account Background Menu. To start a web page in the Block Explorer displaying the transaction history of your account, pick Open Account on Etherscan. Address Transaction History on Etherscan. The entire transaction history of your Ethereum address can be seen here. This displays all of the transactions registered on the Ropsten blockchain where the sender or receiver is your address. To see more info, click on a few of those transactions. You will explore the past of every address in the transaction. Take a look at the Ropsten test faucet's transaction history. Hint, this is the sender address mentioned in the oldest payment to your address. You will see all the check ether that is sent to you and to certain addresses from the faucet. Any transaction that you see will lead to more addresses and transactions. You will be lost in the maze of interconnected data before long. Public blockchains provide a massive amount of knowledge that can be programmatically explored.